anxiety. Let me tell you something. I am 6 weeks out from back injury and I am stressed. I am in pain. I am waiting to get results from the doctor for the MRI, and I'm just in a place. So, I've been looking for crafts and things that I can do that will just take my mind out of everything. I have anxiety around pain. I have anxiety about the results. I have anxiety about work, around income, around what this is all going to mean for my life. But I stumbled upon neurographic art. And I got to say, it's kind of like a kid's project. It kind of gives kid art, and it's amazing. It has been so meditative. It's been so nice to just escape with it. So let's get into that. It has been an absolute game changer for my mental health, my pain management, and it's helped me get more creative, just more comfortable being creative. And you start with messy lines, shapes, squiggles that have some sort of connection or crossover. And then from there, you just round out the corners, smooth out any lines, and add anything you feel like in the moment. And the genius of it is in its simplicity. It is low stakes, low stress activity, and it lends itself nicely to just settling into flow state. And after I've laid out initial lines or shapes, it's the filling in the corners and making new visuals with simple strokes, the act of turning the sketchbook to look at it just a different way. And you just find different shapes within it as you go along and holding the pen in different ways. It's all helped me relax and focus on this one thing as opposed to my anxiety and thoughts just bouncing all over the shop. I'm not concerned with perfect. I'm just seeing what happens. And it's such a calming thing. It keeps my hands and mind busy. It's making it easier to cope and process whatever shenanigans my brain and nervous system are up to. And I've been in a significant amount of pain with this injury. But I found that if I can just access a meditative place, albeit it can feel very hard, I know I can find pockets of relief if I can get to that place. And trust me, I'll take whatever I can in that department because I am losing my mind. And I'm waiting for some test results for the MRI, which will, determine the treatment steps and time frame for recovery. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't anxious about the future, anxious about income, about work, lifestyle changes I may need to make going forward. Just any adjustments that I'm going to have to potentially make just has me in a very anxious place. And it's just all really weighing kind of heavy on me lately. I'm surrounded by projects put on hold and a messy house, and a lot of the time I just stare at it all while hanging out with an ice pack. So now my sketchbook is my new best friend, which is so funny to me because drawing and painting have both intimidated me a lot of my life. It has always seemed so hard to start this method of just putting down lines and seeing what will happen just as I play around with corners and borders. It's just been really freeing of that intimidation, and it allows room to just get comfortable with the act of setting pen to paper and not worrying about the outcome or letting perfectionism rule every pen stroke. It's just play. And every bit of comfort comes a little more dare. And I've got some colored pencils now. I picked up some markers. And it's just really, really fun to play around with methods that I have been intimidated for so long and do it in a way that it's actually really helping my anxiety and pain management. I have played around a bit with adding color, but I keep going back to just the one pen, just using a Sharpie on the paper. And I think it's just I don't know if it's just black and white, if it's like there's just fewer decisions. I can just play around without really needing to think too much. I just find myself getting in the zone really easily with that, while also allowing myself, a little bit of space to just kind of play with some color and to make some swatches of some of the pens and the colored pencils that I picked up. It's just all just been play, but it's really kind of helping me process. I can feel processing going on in the back of my mind, if that makes sense. It's nothing that I'm really like aware of in the moment because I'm starting to access that meditative and that flow space. So it's not so much the awareness of the processing. I can just tell that there are things going on in the background. And by the end of the session, I feel so much better. Anyway, I'm not really sure what's going to happen coming up, but I do know that finding these little pockets of meditation and these little pockets of just calming my dumb ass down has has been actually really, really huge. And I wanted to share this because I know what it's like to obviously know what it's like to be in pain. I know what it's like to have an anxiety disorder. I know what it's like to be in a place a lot of times in your head and in your body. So I don't know, maybe give it a shot and see. I wouldn't mind making some videos just on some of the other processes and some of the art that I'm starting, just because it's just become really, really helpful. And I just wanted to share it. Anyway, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I hope you're having an awesome day. If you have anything to add, drop a comment. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.